ain't gonna see me coming. Got a quick draw, you can't stop. You ain't gonna see me coming. So take your best shot. You ain't gonna see me coming. Got a quick draw, you can't stop. You ain't gonna see me coming. So take your best shot.
Quick enough to be a blur snapped in high def. Nevertheless, you get blessed if you try test. F1 fighters coming right off of the flight deck. And if you're up for the challenge, be my guest. No contest, step to the draw. It's high noon, sucker, get clipped in the jaw. Did it sneak through the second if you blink? Going trying to sink, go to high, we will find where you are. You couldn't even hang with a noose. Adolf Caesar yelling, sweep the caboose. Old mister strapped to come get ya. Last snapping sepia tone and grim picture. So take your best shot, be the best out. Spit it to the drum beating in your chest pop. Get your head nodding till you throw your neck out. And there's no need for the front, you suggest
You
not.
ain't gonna see me coming. Got a quick draw, you can't stop. You ain't gonna see me coming. So take your best shot. You ain't gonna see me coming. Got a quick draw, you can't stop. You ain't gonna see me coming. So take your best shot.
Hey, yeah, good morning. Beautiful. Oh, so nice. I slept for a solid 10 hours. Yeah, probably closer to 8.
I'll wipe out 1,000 whack rappers with 100 bars. Who can withstand the onslaught? None of y'all. So if you want
10 or 8, it was a good solid sleep.
none of
So.
that mess belongs on an instrumental.
Yeah, yeah.
Hand away from your hit fan. This is heat. No ordinary man can withstand. If and when you decide to, you better have your entire
Slept like a baby.
Otherwise, without
Like a log.
you're the only one that's getting that uncomfortable surprise. Allow me to
3
summarize
sheets
and
to
give
the
you
wind.
synopsis. Time to make your choice, fool. You're running out of options. This here's your last chance. Don't even try to advance. Recognize you're standing in the path of a madman. But you're not worth me even using a verse. So I just dropped the mic and catch you faster with a
You
backhand.
ain't gonna see me coming. Got a quick draw, you can't stop. You ain't gonna see me coming. So take your best shot. You ain't gonna see me coming. Got a quick draw, you can't stop. You ain't gonna see me coming. So take your best shot. Laid off 1 year today, they won't take my resume. So kiss my ass, motherfucker, you gon' pay. I'll get a big backyard,
Sipping on champagne.
or a gravel yard with a number on my name.
You can blame the government or blame the economy. Some of the fault even belongs on me probably, but I don't give a damn at this point. I don't want to see a single motherfucker move in this joint. Have a seat, place both hands under your feet. You may not get black.
Yeah, that was back around
Don't even try that. I know
Pizzagate time, yeah? If you look at Pizzagate time, and they were putting ads out all over Facebook and the internet for young people to apply to work for the CIA or FBI. Yeah, it was like these, some of them were fake. Yeah, we were telling people that when it was happening. And they all act like, tweet, tweet. Yeah, no, they were putting these ads out, and some of them were real, and even the real ones, those lists were getting sold out, just like other audience lists, a generated collection of people that have applied for or checked a certain box. So then they know, hey, we've recently seen that you checked a box about blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We've seen that you have recently shown interest in, they might not say check a box, right? They don't even want you to know about that they know about the check box. Box check. Check box. Mm-hmm. Right, so then a lot of those people, right, they'd go around. It was a job for some of their agents to go around and scout people that have applied, check them out, check out their histories, see what kind of lifestyles they live. I know that was all part of the, like, are you guys kidding me? You're really going to fall for that with what's already going on in bullshit? I know that's going to help you avoid the things you don't want to talk about and just carry on doing an assignment. Okay. Oh, it's fucking bullshit, dude. They know it. Dan Bongino knows it. Trump knows it. Right, the 7-Eleven sting bullshit. We told them that. How many people they were putting in danger. Right, so then of course you have people going around with the lists of those people. And it's not like they have a notebook with an actual list, right? How does that get fed? Yeah, a lot of times, so if they have hackers in the area, and they can see, you know, if you've applied for anything or done anything. Right, it's just, this goes back into, that's why the psychic network got shut down around that time. Because those are the same tactics and tools that the psychic networks were using. And those were being exposed. So then some of the psychic network people, History Channel people, hi David Wilcock. Did he really vaporize himself? He said he'd never kill himself. On 420? No. I know, when you look at the years, we were showing him, and isn't it funny how all of those people, they acted like he didn't even exist. They won't even mention him. I know. Funny, isn't it? So it's a dead giveaway, and I think he was trying to tell them that, but they don't seem to care. They're all caught up with their own fucking addictions and bullshit. Right, Jimmy Dore? Hi, Jimmy Dore. How's your friend Kirk? Remember back around that time, and then Kirk was all going off, yeah, these people can't take a joke. They won't let me perform in their comedy clubs. Right, well, when you look at the bullshit and stuff they were saying, I mean, nobody really wants to listen to that crap, right? Yeah, no, it was all peddled stupid fucking shit that was generated, and the intent was to piss people off. That became their intent, was not to make people laugh. It became to piss people off. That was more profitable. Yes, indeed. I mean, sometimes they get paid big bucks by one person just to go into a place and say a few lines. For real. Yeah, you think they care if their reputation in the public media lines gets distorted? No, like, they'll want that. Yeah, they're dissing me. Good, yeah, I made it. Right, it's just fucking so stupid. This has gone on for years, like, since before we were born. We're 44 years old. Born in 1982. Mm-hmm. Right, so when you look at the connections with those people, right, and the targeting of getting the Karens and the bullies and the non-vaxxers, dog kickers, I know, we can see very clearly, we've been feeding them all along, trying to help them realize what's going on. I know, there's a lot of feeders and chasers. Yeah, I mean, some investigators and people feed you good stuff, right? Trying to help, like the frequency war going on. David Wilcock talked a lot about that. Remember 2012? Yeah, he was talking a lot about this frequency war. So that's what a lot of them have been doing. So you can imagine how stupid this is to people like us who know. I know, it's very serious. Think about it. It's incredible when you really do think about it. Right, so isn't it interesting how none of those people would talk about what this guy was saying about Area 51, the crop circles, drone technology. He got slippers from Trump. The fucking nasty activists and people working with him. Remember that one he was married to back around COVID time? Yeah. I know, and then along the way, he's telling you, and now they want me, the alliance, and the alliance, you gotta please the alliance. And now they want me to stop smoking pot. Did you come off the prescription drugs? How are the turkeys? They got a lot of pet turkeys. Ostrich farms. Yeah, people know what we're talking about. This is so sick and disgusting how many years this shit goes on and how the media plays into it and ignores these cases for them. I know they're pleasing all the sick fucking fraudsters and abusers by ignoring these cases, and they want to ignore them because they got tied up, didn't they? The fucking sickos and junkies and druggies, some of them, that are feeding out these abuse videos and get the dangerous cartel people. Yeah, many got hoodwinked and fooled. Just like, remember the police officers they tried to set up in 2011? Boy, it's a good thing I knew better, huh? It's a good thing I knew better, right, officer? Right, so hopefully people are realizing the abuse being done to these children, because the officer that showed up and showed me the pictures of the little boy, that sick fuck beat up, black hand marks on his leg, scars on his neck. Yeah, so the fact that someone like that is being allowed to have custody of those children, what's been happening over these years and the abuse they've been enduring in his custody. Right, going back to that time. Right, so when you think of the help and you look, a lot of private investigators have looked and they've seen how we were trying to get help. Going to Canada in 2017. Right, and see what they say about that. That's another example of exactly the games they've been playing to target people with these state workers. And if they don't see how that's what has been causing a lot of the fucking psychotic disturbances and ambushes, innocent police officers being killed and citizens, children being raped and tortured and murdered, if you don't understand that that's what the problem is, you news people need to wake the fuck up. Because you know exactly what you've been turning your heads to, and you don't want to address these cases or talk about certain people or things for some reason, and it's a dead giveaway. And believe me when I say the good forces around the world got your fucking numbers. They've been listening and watching to everything. Yeah, so I'd wake up if I were you, local Maine, central Maine news people, locals here in Augusta, Maine. I'd wake the fuck up if I were you. My name's Mary. We're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine, and those children have been fucked and tortured for years. The child and animal abuse that gets fed out to you news people and activists and investigators and citizens. Right, because a lot of the investigators and people are feeding it out on the WhatsApp and other places. They're posing as 13-year-olds trying to trip up a teacher. Are you fucking kidding me? The abusers and sick fucks fucking our kids are loving watching all that scramble and goose chase and people falling for that shit and getting caught up for months and months into these stupid bullshit investigations that are just targeting and throwing out bait, waiting for somebody to bite when we already have cases that have been bitten long ago, and there are children being fucked and tortured and hostages of Hamas, hostages of sick fucking activists that pay out a lot of money to target innocent citizens because they make a lot of money off of that. Why would they make money off of that? Think about it. And when they use the cartel ties and whatever history or little incidences to justify their fucking bullshit. You sick fucks. Kennedy. Hey, Kennedy. How'd your wife die? Was that around 2012? Mary Richardson Kennedy, the estranged second wife of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., died by suicide on May 16, 2012 at the age of 52. She was found at the couple's estate in Bedford, New York. At the time of her death, Mary and RFK Jr. were undergoing a highly publicized and contentious divorce, and Mary had been navigating struggles with substance abuse and mental health. Her death sparked significant public and media attention, drawing a spotlight onto both her professional battles and the tumultuous final days of their marriage. Nobody talks about that too much. I think it's very relevant, 2012 and what was going on, and the sick fucks here when I told them they weren't going to get away with it. See, May 16th. That was right around that time, huh? It's right around that time. Yeah, and his sick fucking mother, for some reason she was saying that I wanted to kill myself. Huh? Right, and you get that punk leaving a gun around, trying to get police involved, dangerous cartel investigations. Right, directly connected to the history of Kennedy's heroin drug use. It's not a secret. So why doesn't anybody want to talk about that? I think it's pretty important. Get out the immigrants! Get out the immigrants! Dangerous bullies, non-vaxxers! No, we gotta get everybody vaccinated. Shut the schools down. This shit is so fucking sick and gross and disgusting. I can't believe how long it's gone on and how people continue to fucking peddle the stupid jargon of their activist friends who publish their books and movies. I know, because you know for damn well you're not going to have a fucking job. You won't be able to pay the bills and carry on with your lifestyle if you expose those sick fucks, because those are your fucking bread and butter paychecks, aren't they? Doing interviews, little sideshows, writing articles. You're not going to be in that mix. Look at all the magazines and the books and the interviews they do on the side. You don't even see it. It's all this little private conversations, right? Just going and having a conversation, right? Are you the conversation piece? I know. It's like a magazine in book form. Alright, so hopefully people are realizing that it's so fucking sick, especially ones that are directly connected to a lot of like the independent films and movies that they've done that you know are based off of murders and shit that's going on around you. I know, you're like, hey, I remember when that happened. Sometimes they mix up stories, like they'll put a story from different areas, like 3 or 4 different areas, and then combine them all together. But if you're a smart person and you've been in those same lines for different reasons, and you know how it works, and you see how things get fed, you can connect the dots. You can almost watch a movie and then go on and connect it and go ping, ping, ping. And then when those 3 stories and the traveling lines of paperwork that were used to collaborate one story or movie is directly connected to the same fucking state workers or activists or scouters and touters who share this information for good purposes, right? It's like a prayer chain. You hear prayer chains? Yeah, remember when I was diagnosed in Lyme disease with 2006? Mom asked Deacon Dean and the others to put out a prayer chain, and all the way to California, a prayer chain. Right, that's a list that gets put out to people too, you know that, right? And they know they can prey on those stupid fucking people who actually think their little prayer chains are going to save them. Half of them don't, actually. It's really just a transfer of information. So when you respond to it like that, because we've been watching people who target those lines. Yeah, so we're bait. Yeah, 2008, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we were bait. Right, so the private investigator who shot himself in 2009. Yeah, and this sick fuck who came up out of the chop shop, catalytic converter, likes to beat up little kids. He was supposed to be in prison for like 10 years and they let him out really early, huh? I don't even think he did a year. I know, when you look at the psychologists and psychos connected to that prison system and how it's connected to some of the same activists who share out that information. Now, when you have a lot of people who do those movies, actors, editors, I mean, there's so much when it goes into the cast and crew of a movie, right? So you start talking shit about some of those movies or anything, a song, right, just to show how that information travels on those lines. It's not about stealing information or not about that at all. We're not copyright people. Not one fucking bit, dude. We're dead mothers. We're just trying to bring clarity, awareness, and understanding to what's going on here. It's their worst nightmare. If anyone's listening and you want to be the worst nightmare as sick fucking people that are doing things they shouldn't and committing fraud upon America, I know many of you are doing it. So then they feel like we're talking to them because they're part of the little menial petty fraud. I know, you can see how protected some of these sick fucks are. There's so many layers to get through, and people that are just fighting the good fight for immigrants or whatever it is, transgender people, black people, Chinese people, Vietnamese people. In the 90s, what was it? Do you remember that? I know, we had all the shows to help people be nice. I don't remember, we were making jokes because we're like, well, I mean, it's not that mean. We say they're right, like they're smart and they got pocket protectors. It's not making fun of them. We're giving them a compliment. Oh, they're really good at math. How's that racist? I know. Yeah, that was around the time. Remember those punks? Because they were doing, some of that kind of racial and ethnic divide stuff. Yeah, and they had those punks going around putting dead cats and dogs in the dumpsters of Chinese restaurants. And China, and then when you see the ones directly connected to those fucking sick punks and business people who are now older, some of them are doing pretty well. I know, when you see those people who totally ignore that and don't want to help bring understanding to those things here in America. And how, yeah, I mean, there's some American criminals, the ones who get them doing that stuff are probably connected to the criminals in China and those criminal gangs and organizations and chop shops. Because they have them too, like we do. So when you want to attack the whole country, like China, and they got these criminal gangs, and they do. Imagine if China was like the United States, and they got these criminal gangs, and they're trying to take over the world, and Bloods and Crips. Fucking stupid. I know, right? It's insane. Where are all these prescription drugs made, anyways, Mr. Kennedy? Right, so it's not the country, it's the people. The people here in America that don't want to address these facts with the issues with prescription drugs and vaccines and the abuse. You can see how they're all connected to those lines. They don't want to fucking admit it, and this shit needs to be reported on. It's not going away. We're going to keep speaking out until they address it. Other people are too. See, a lot of them actually don't speak out. No, they stay silent behind the scenes, and they're going to take your fucking ass out. I'm just saying. Oh, believe me, they've already been doing it, and they carry through every time. Every single day. You want to see another one? The active pharmaceutical ingredients for SSRIs like Prozac, Zoloft, and Lexapro are primarily manufactured in India and China. So India and China produces most of the SSRIs that are made here in America. Made in America! And how many Americans take SSRIs? A lot, right? The percentages are scary. Sick fucking people. I don't know how people take that shit at all. For real. I know, and you don't know what it's like to be me. Okay, Tom Petty. Let's head on down the road. I'll roll another joint. We'll turn the radio loud. We'll see if common sense hits your fucking brain.
This ain't no flashback of the future. Forever funky like an ass crack. Oh, my voice is power and my word is law. My presence alone deserves a throne. Didn't want to be king, I just want to do my thing. By the queen, give her a ring and be seen. Put a little paper aside for my sons. Take a little vacay, chill under the sun. Show love to other artists who stay on their grind and have my lyrics remember till the end of time. She gonna help you if you ain't quick on the trigger. Your name is big,
But my pool is bigger, I go hard. I go hard.
When the chips are down, you won't see me coming. By the time you turn around,
Your whole crew is running, I go hard. I go hard. Spoiled, entitled fucking brats, huh? Fucking druggies and junkies. Think it's okay to do what they're doing. I don't like it. And when they're trying just desperately to justify it. I know, and they have been. And then the things they use to justify it give them away even more. How'd you fall for that one, Kennedy? Are you shivering cold? At ease, boys. At ease.
I go hard. I go hard. I go hard.
Which one? No, that's a good one, huh?
So gritty, so 24/7, I'm going from the city, from the booth to the streets, from the streets to the booth. Lie, get your deal, quicker than the truth. If you try to put shame in my pain to make a name, I'ma put it on a bullet, put it in your brain.
Job shouted, "Then lead me to him." They ran, both of them, past soldiers locked in battle, past corpses and dying men who begged for help. They dodged trees and crawled under low-hanging boughs, tearing great rents in their clothes. Tearing great rents, R-E-N-T-S, tearing great rents in their clothes, until Job came upon a cluster of men beneath a tall tree. Absalom, dressed in a short cloak of purple linen, and with golden armlets binding his straining arms, hung in the tree. On the ground beneath lay a magnificent shield of bronze and cowhide, and beside it an equally splendid helmet. Blood oozed down Albasam's cheeks where his struggle to free his head from the forked branch only severed to tighten its pressure. He was not struggling now. He had hooked both arms over the branches to take the weight off his body. He had closed his eyes against his agony and against the jibes of the soldiers who ringed him around. Job said harshly, "Well, cousin, you seem to be at our mercy." Absalom's eyes opened, and when he saw that Job was here at hand, tears of relief rolled down from them. "Thanks be to God that you've come at last, cousin," he said in a voice weak from exhaustion and pain. "Get me down from this cursed tree, will you? Take me to my father." His tears mingled with the blood on his face, formed pink rivulets which ran down into the dark, handsome beard. "Just take your sword," he said, "and cut away my hair where it is tangled, and these cursed thorns.
Then, by pushing the branch just a little, cousin, for the love of mercy, hurry! We're reading The Unanointed. That was just a little page.
It's a really good book, huh? I love this book. It's an old favorite. Well, you read something, when you're 8 or 9. It's a little different after some life experiences, and you read it again. It's like a song, huh? Sometimes the meaning changes. You have different memories associated to it. Yeah, you didn't associate it to the funeral before you heard it played at the funeral, right? And after you hear it played at the funeral, you might think of that funeral when you hear the song again. You might even say to someone, if you're with them, oh, this was played at so-and-so's funeral. Always brings a tear to my eye. They were such a good person. Cruise control, full speed ahead with my eyes closed. I smoked the best, yes, I